Good morning. Let's talk about the 75 Hard Challenge, my experience up to failure, and how you can be successful. What is the 75 Hard Challenge? You've probably heard the 75 Hard Challenge, and you probably thought that it was a fitness challenge or a health challenge, but it is a mental toughness program where you must follow these 6 daily rules without compromise. Number 1, follow a diet. Number 2, 45-minute workouts. One of these workouts must be outdoors. Number 3, no alcohol or cheat meals. Number 4, take a progress picture. Number 5, drink a gallon of water. And number 6, 10 pages of reading. Audiobooks do not count. If you fail this challenge, you must start again on day 1. According to the creator, Andy Frisella, failing this challenge is going to bed before all the rules are completed. So if you go to bed before any rule, you must start over. It sounds easy on paper, hard in real life. So how I went about this challenge myself. I began this challenge January 1st, 2025, and failed February 14th the same year, Valentine's Day. The diet I followed was high protein, and I was in a caloric deficit with high protein. My workouts began at home, inside the house and in front of the yard. And then eventually my mom invited me and paid for my gym membership at this gym where our trainer was. And it was also a mix of indoor and outdoor, but for the most part inside. For the alcohol and cheat meals, I don't really drink alcohol. It's actually pretty hard for me to drink like anything above 8% alcohol. So I'm a very, 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 very light drinker. And my cheat meal was candy. So I allow myself to eat cake, cookies, but candy was my cheat meal. No candy. Because I was an addict a few years ago with my favorite candy. For my progress picture, I took 4 pictures. So a front-facing picture, a profile picture, a back picture, and a picture of my mom's scale whenever I weighed myself. So you can imagine how much space that was taking up in my phone each day. 4 pictures. For the gallon of water, I drank a gallon of spring water. And then along the line, I started drinking tap water because as I kept buying gallons of water, those prices were going up in Publix, Dollar Tree. So I couldn't really afford them as often. And for the 10 pages I first read was from this book called The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. And I actually was introduced to this book my first couple of years in college by my professor, and I really liked it. And so I decided in this challenge to start over reading it because I feel like that book resonates to me and what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, up to my failure. February 14th of last year, so Valentine's Day, my mom has this event at her house. I'm helping her set it up. There was rice, there was chicken, there's popcorn, candy. So I was helping serve the guests that came, my siblings, and then eventually I served myself. and I began to get really, really sleepy. And I got tired, so I was like, I'm gonna go to my room. I'm getting kind of tired. And I had fallen asleep. And after I woke up with the dum-dum in my mouth. I had about, I'd say this much water left, but in like this gallon. And I didn't take my progress picture. And by the time I woke up, well, the time didn't even matter because the rule said if you go to bed and you don't complete the day, you have to start over. But by the time I woke up, it was like 12, 11, so it was the next day. I told my mom, and she was like, no, you don't need to start over. It's okay, you can just keep going. You could have just keep going. I was like, nah. No. I failed. And I wasn't too upset about it because I had developed a lot of habits from this challenge that I think were very beneficial. But nonetheless, now I'm gonna give you some tips on how you can be successful in this challenge. So if you notice some of the rules are, or most of the rules actually, are very vague. Following a diet, 2 45-minute workouts, a gallon of water, and 10 pages of reading. So the diet is open-ended. You can follow a keto diet, a paleo diet, a high protein diet like how I followed. Whatever you like, you must stick to that. And for the workouts, I think a lot of people may overcomplicate this because some people that I've told about this challenge that are employed, they would think, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I'm at work all day. One of your workouts could be walking. So if you're not on your feet all day, you can get in some steps on your break. If you go on break, you can drink some water and go on a walk and then be back in time for work. Usually breaks are like 30 minutes, so that would be like majority of your time. And if you're on your feet all day and you're walking, you're kind of already doing a workout. Forms of cardio include workouts. That's some form of cardio. Walking, roller skating. You can do swimming if you want. There's so many options. No alcohol or cheat meals. Now, for the alcohol, when I told people that I was doing this challenge, a lot of responses that I got was, ooh, yeah, I can't give up drinking. So if you know that is you, then you're probably not going to attempt this challenge at all. But if you know you're a very, very light drinker like me, or maybe you're like a social drinker, just use the rule out of sight, out of mind. If you don't buy it, you don't bring it in the house, you're not going to think about it. It should force you to focus on the other goals that you have, like drinking a gallon of water. So the water, you can, I don't know, the water, I wouldn't say it's too vague, but at the same time, it kind of is. So it doesn't have to just be plain water. I went about plain water, and eventually it became a little bit easier as I drank a gallon, but at the same time harder because it got boring. So if you want to make it easier, you can drink a tea that you like. You can juice fruits and get the water out of them, which would also count as water. You can drink coconut water. You can put fruits and make a detox water that may be flavorful and easier to drink. Or you can get those energy packets. I like, recently I've been using some from Aldi to help me drink my water, and I like the peach mango one, and I use that and it helps me drink my water. For the progress picture, this is also a vague one. It is whatever form of progress that you want to track. So if you want to track your appearance, take a picture. If you want to take multiple pictures like I did, go ahead. Just be prepared to have less storage in your phone. But if you want to take a physical body picture, take one full body picture in the mirror. If you want to do more so metrics, take a picture of the scale. Or if you have like an app to track your BMI and water for whatever goal you have, you can track that as well. It's up to you. Finally, the 10 pages of reading. You can read whatever you like. If you like to read sci-fi, get a random sci-fi book and start reading that. If you like more expository, nonfiction text, you can read that as well. Or if you're more so chronically online and you like to read blogs and articles, you can also read that as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be a book. It's just 10 pages of reading of any kind. Now, a lot of you probably are employed and you're probably in school. And I'm not going to say that the challenge won't be possible if you're in those situations, but you would have to work a little bit harder if you do want to be successful in this challenge. I was unemployed. I'm still unemployed, but I was unemployed and I was not in school during the time that I started the challenge, which made it easier for me to focus on it. So I highly recommend if you work at home or if you're in school at home, it'll be easier for you. But if you are employed and if you're physically at school, find ways to get the water intake. If you have PE, then obviously that's a workout right there. If you're on break, go on a walk. Yeah. Hopefully you're not drinking alcohol in school. I highly recommend you do this challenge because each rule has some form of improvement. I know for sure these two, the drinking a gallon of water and 10 pages of reading, have helped increase my focus tremendously. Also with the diet, the workouts too. So the diet that I followed mixed with a gallon of water and 10 pages of reading. The gallon of water cleared out like my sinuses. It helped release my bowels. The reading helped me focus more and actually slow down because while I was applying for jobs after I failed and during I failed, while I was applying for jobs after I failed, I took my time reading application descriptions, reading just certain policies and agreements. Because before I would just like skim the page and like, oh, sign here, sign here. No, I need to understand what I'm reading. Yeah, those were a few things that I noticed improved within myself from this challenge. So remember, it's a mental toughness challenge. But that's all I have for you today. I do have a fitness playlist. If you want to watch that, where I did the 75 hard, you can. And I'll have it like up somewhere. I forgot. I haven't edited on YouTube in a while, but I'm gonna have it up there. And until next time, thank you.